Do you have your underwear on?
Oh, come on. I just hit the switch over. Yes. All right. Welcome to welcome to Triba. That's one way to kick off the stream. Are you wearing your underwear this morning? Underwear check. Check. Welcome back, Amaru. I mean, sorry, Triba fam. I've been working with the Amaru
It's Monday.
community for a while. It is Monday. We're back again. It is December. It's a little bit crazy this time of year, but we're doing it. We're running it live. Running it live. We're here with BU. Welcome, B.
Hi.
And
Good to see you today.
we are going to be talking today about some live content creation techniques and tips for setting up your stream to go live. I just wanted to kick off by saying, yeah, congrats on making it through the year, guys. We did it. It's December. We're almost at the end of the year and going to move into 2023 with some great plans, both for Triba and for all the different businesses in here. If you guys have something you're working on or you want to share with the community, be sure to hop in the Discord and drop some information. Introduce yourself. Just be yourself, and that is the essentially our idea here is to just be open and authentic with each other as we connect and network and help each other grow. If you're watching on the stream, go to discord.gg/triba to join us live. You can hop in the co-working channel, participate in this, ask questions in the chat, or just drop them here on the Twitch or YouTube, and we'll try to answer them while we're going along. So today, yeah, it was a great weekend. What'd you guys do this weekend?
Hmm.
Anything
Well, it's Monday,
interesting?
and my brain's blank already. Oh,
And
I gave my dog a haircut. He's a
oh,
poodle, so he gets lots of those. But I shaved his
nice.
face, and he's got this like full-on beard, and it's hilarious. So
Nice.
I spent my time doing that
I
yesterday.
trim my beard too. I give myself a little trim. I'm gonna need a haircut here soon. My hair grows ridiculously fast, so it's like I end up looking like a bushy dog, a bushy golden retriever. I've been referred to as a golden retriever multiple times. I think it's my spirit animal, a golden.
I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah,
They're very friendly. They like
yeah.
people.
And I love to fetch. I love to fetch. Throw something. I will go catch it. I will go bring it back to you. But also, I think that's what makes me a good community manager. Is just very friendly and new people coming in. I'm just like, hello, hello. Every time my golden retriever. Well, I don't. It's not my golden, but it's my parents' golden, and I was kind of raised by a golden actually. He passed away in 2010, but now they have another golden called Sasha, and she is also my best little friend. She gets so excited when I come over. It's just adorable. It's just, she loses it. But
Sweet.
yeah, Goldens are definitely my favorite dog breed. I plan to have one very soon. as soon
Nice.
as, as soon as I can. I already have two kids, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
get a new
wait.
family dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Octavia is old enough to take care take care of our golden.
There you go. Wait until they start begging you for a dog and then act real reluctant about it.
Oh
Like shelf
no.
the puppy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. This is for you. You asked for it. You got to take care of it. Exactly. Exactly. Oh man. So, Tabalo's also here. We've been working with him to set up his live stream, the Yeatum Atlas. It's just Twitch. Is it twitch.tv/Yeatum Atlas? Right?
Yeah, I believe so. It's there's so many links and URLs to keep up these and handles, but yeah,
Yeah.
for TikTok and Twitch, it's because
You mind if I drop it in the chat?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the stream isn't fully like where we want it to be, so hopefully Tabala will get some information and knowledge from this session as well as we talk about audio, video, and scene setup for OBS. That's kind of going to be the focus. If y'all are interested in setting up your own stream and you want some personalized help, hop in the Discord, message me or BU, and we can set up a time to talk and sort of walk you through these steps in more depth. And we'll also be we're also going to be creating some worksheets and videos for you as well that'll be available in the Triba Discord. So stay tuned for that. There's a streamer role in the reaction roles you can give yourself to get updated whenever we're doing these content creation and streaming workshops. But I'm really excited for where this is going to go here in the coming months because we've been loving this this workshop in particular. It's very fun, and BU's incredible. Her stream is top quality, top tier.
Thank you.
We can actually pull it up here as an example, if you don't mind, B.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so let's take a look at BU's stream here, and then we'll get into, you know, how to make it look so incredible like BU's. All right, let me.
All self-conscious, and I'm gonna be like, oh, we need to change that and update that. And it's always something, isn't there?
Where's my screen? It's not showing my screen. Do you guys see it? Hold on, let me try again. Oh, there we go. Now it's popping up.
There we are.
Okay. So you can see here BU's Twitch homepage, twitch.tv/BUTV. And speaking of links, I think it's important to try and get links that are similar to your handle you use across other socials.
Yeah, so what happened with that? I couldn't get BU. It's an unused account on Twitch. And then I had actually, back when I was on Mixer, I made a BU HQ one to match my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff. And I have that account, but I have to delete that one and then wait 6 months for them to release the name back in the pool to change it to match. And it's really frustrating. So I've been stuck with TV because that's what I needed to do at the time. Because
yeah.
It was still my old name when I came back to Twitch. So.
Now there's 2 TVs in there.
Yeah,
but
too many.
it's all right.
Try to get your name the same across the board.
Yeah.
And then I also, a lot of people put words before their name. So, like, let's say for Triba is Triba Business Community. But if you put Business Community Triba, that makes it really hard to find you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that on Instagram a lot where someone will be like, or watch BU, or, download game app name, instead of putting the name of your business first. So when people are typing it in, it comes up. Because if I can't remember the word you decided to place in front of your name on social. So try to keep your name brands the first word and then add to the end of it is what my suggestion would be for that.
I also just realized it might be the audio bit rate. I'm going to bump the audio bit rate up here significantly. And hopefully... Oh, that's so much better. Say something, B.
Testing 1, 2. Are you sounding a little better now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Wait, so tell me what you just did. What did you update?
Okay, so yeah, let me I'll share my desktop screen. That way you guys can see. Change windows. I'll share the whole desktop. Yes.
I'm going to learn a stream tip right here. Because what was happening is we would clip the audio coming from Discord and it would sound terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that for clips. So
right.
Sam, you found a way to make it sound better.
Yeah, so if you're streaming in Discord like we are, and you're hopping into a channel and working with other people to stream, like BU and I are collaborating on this, you're going to be pulling in your desktop audio. So it's whatever Discord is pulling out from BU. So her mic is high quality. You can see it there. It's got the little pop filter she knit herself. And if I'm listening in, it's going to be the quality that I'm picking up from Discord. So to bump that up, I just clicked on this channel, the co-working channel, go to the edit channel. You have to have permissions for this, like moderation. And then here under bitrate in the overview section, there's a level. So obviously it's going to make it harder. It's going to be higher bandwidth, so it's going to make it harder with people with poor connections if you have it above like 64. But if I drop it down to like 17, it was way down here. So it was compressing the audio from BU. So I just bumped it up much higher, like almost to the max, and saved it. And her audio quality immediately got better.
Nice. Oh, that's so cool. I would never...
And then you can also change the region if it's difficult for you to connect in your region. If you're having, if you're having poor connection, you can see in the bottom left actually your connection right here. So if it's low, you can see my ping's pretty good actually. what is it? 11 milliseconds. That's great. Yeah, that's very good. So I don't need to mess with that. And then, yeah, so that automatically made her quality so I can clip now, and it'll be a lot better. I'll show you what the tribal clipping looks like for those watching. You go over here. Welcome, Mutum Atlas, to the stream. You can see here on my Twitch dashboard, this is kind of going beyond where we wanted to start today, but you can just clip stuff right here, and that's how you would grab the audio and video from what you're streaming. So I can hear myself. So let's go over to OBS here, and B, do you want to actually share your screen and walk through this? Because if I do it, I'm going to probably mess up stuff live here.
Right, yeah, let me get mine open real quick.
I'll stop streaming mine.
We'll over to...
Did you just go black and white?
Oh, because I opened OBS. So we're going to be black and white because computers don't like two camera sources being used.
Yes, that is always a problem. That is always a problem.
All right, I've got a separate... All right, I've got a very fresh OBS, so we can use that.
Okay, cool. So let me pull up your name. Oh, you didn't go live yet.
I think it's the right screen.
So while you're setting that up, I'll just run down the list. So when you're starting your stream, you want to go live on Twitch or YouTube or even LinkedIn for an event to speak with people. The things you're going to want are your audio, your video, and your scene collection set up beforehand. So that when you're clicking that go live button, people can hear you clearly, see you clearly, and you have all your transitions set up so you're not fumbling around when you need to switch to your ending screen or your starting screen. Like for my live starting screen here. Yeah. It actually shows overlays and things before I go live. So let me turn off these. Is this one? Yeah. So there's a Triba intro video. I'll transition. And then transition back so you can see it.
Watching yours?
Oh, I was just, while you were getting going, I was just showing them my setup. Are you live now? Okay.
I've got a fresh OBS open.
All right, cool. So you want to walk us through
what we were doing, so.
No, that's my bad. You want to walk us through here what these sections are?
Yeah, so we'll try to keep this pretty like entry level. Ignore this bar at the top. Let's just pretend that's not there. Oh, I don't know how to delete it. Okay, well, it's gonna live there. So when you first download OBS, you're gonna get this pretty basic setup. This is a Twitch integration. We can show you how to do those later. But you're gonna have nothing. It's gonna be a black screen. We're on a new scene here. This box down here for scenes is gonna be each of your scene. You're gonna have your starting soon, ending, BRB. They all go here on this left side. And then you've got your sources. This is where we're going to be inputting our camera, microphone, overlays, alerts. Everything goes into this little source box here. So I guess what we'll do is we'll get started by adding a source. So there's a lot of different sources you can add. You've got your audio, input, output, browser, color source, display capture, game capture, images. It kind of gets a little overwhelming at first. But as you play around with OBS, it's not as complicated as it looks at first. But I guess the first thing we'd want to do, we need audio. So we want an audio input. And always label things. I don't do this enough. Label everything very clearly because you're going to need to be able to find these sources later to turn them on and off. And if they all say audio input capture and not like your microphone and then your desktop audio, it can get really confusing. So you can add a mic this way, but I think there's actually another way to add a mic, but we're going to do it this way. So we're going to create a new one, and then you're going to get a little drop down of devices that you have connected to your computer. So you can use, if you don't have a microphone, you can use your webcam. Game Capture has some, there's different ones. So I use a Scarlett, I have an audio interface, but this might say Yeti microphone. So if you just have the microphone directly plugged in, you'll find your Yeti and you'll add it. That's going to add you a audio mixer thing so you can see what your audio is doing. And it's not doing it right. So there's two little bars here. I think this is left to right audio. And right now it's on mono for some reason. we can go in the properties. No. We're gonna go in the advanced
Right,
audio
right.
properties. And then I don't know why it's not. It might be messed up because I'm on on Discord. We can turn mono on. That's gonna make it one. It's not gonna be left right. So instead of just coming through one headset, if you only see one bar on here, it's probably coming through just one side. But we put them both, and now they're both. Okay, so that's gonna be left right audio. Well, I don't really touch too much of this stuff.
Wait, aren't there two bars there? It looks like there's two layers to the bar.
Yeah, you see the top one and the bottom one?
Yeah.
So the little green light that lights up, if it's just on one left or right, it's going to only show one of those bars lighting up instead of both of them.
Oh, okay.
So you want this bar not to peek out like it's doing. It's turning red. You really don't want it to peek out. You want it down into this orange area-ish, maybe touching the red. About right here is probably pretty good. So you're going to talk into your mic, and you're going to kind of get loud, like you get excited to see if it goes too high or not. However, I think on Twitch, you want to record stuff and listen back, because I honestly put my stuff up high because Twitch makes the audio really low, and it's probably something I need to research. You can also put noise gates and things, so there's filters, and this stuff gets a little bit more complicated. We'll probably do separate sessions for these. But you can put noise gates so that if you get too loud, it's going to cut the microphone out so that you're not screaming into people's ears. You can use noise suppression, gain. If your mic's not loud enough, you can put an artificial gain on it.
Let me add something to that real quick. The suppression is great. The Discord automatically has suppression, but if you're streaming here and you're pulling in your mic as a source, you want to add a noise suppression and it'll automatically set it for you. So it's doing a method here, the RNN or RN noise. Just do that and then click close and it'll add that filter. So now there's going to be less background noise. See, it looks cleaner. You know, you don't see as many like jumps and spikes. And Discord does it automatically, so I don't have to worry about it if BU's talking to me and I'm streaming. But if I'm talking, it's picking my mic up straight from the desktop, and it's not using any of Discord's awesome noise canceling. So you want to add that in for your mic at least.
Nice. Do you have any other filters that you like to put on yours?
Yeah, I also do a noise gate. So if you add a noise gate, and yeah, it doesn't really matter. So it's basically what it does here is it's choosing the level at which it will open the mic and start listening, and then the hold time is how much time it'll stay on after it senses you talking. So, and then the release time is how long it will oh crap. The release time I think is the time it will. Okay, I don't remember the release time as much, but I know the hold time is how long it'll stay on before it cuts out. So attack time and the threshold then is the level at which it will do that. So at negative 32 decibels, it'll close the mic and it will open for BU at negative 26. So this is very useful. I mean, you can leave it on default and see how it works, but it's useful if you have a little bit of background noise and you notice your mic is like is turning on when you're not talking. So like say BU type on your keyboard.
It's not picking it up.
Yeah, but if you were to turn off that noise gate, you want to just try it real quick. Yeah, you can. I think you can click that. Now type.
Oh yeah, they're coming in. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see it's jumping a little bit when there's something happening, like bump your mic or something, or even background noise. Yeah.
I can hear you coming through my headset.
Exactly.
So yeah. So that's great. That's an awesome tip right there, because I don't even know if I was using those right. And that noise suppression helps a lot too. If you turn them both off, you can probably hear my dog chewing in the background.
Yeah, because it'll pick up basically a raw feed from your mic.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And if you have a really good mic, it's very sensitive. That's great, but it also means that you're going to pick up everything if you're not careful. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty basic. Those are two easy filters you can add.
I pretty much do that every time. Just throw those two on.
I used to really get into my audio and stuff, but I've gone through so many times of having to set it up that I just stopped doing it. OBS will reset and my mics get messed up. But you should definitely do these things for sure. I need to go do them in my own channel, honestly. All right, cool. So that's your microphone audio. Do we have any other do we have any questions about microphone audio or anything like that? Want to be careful with the gain. My Blue Yetis, I keep the gain off, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't use gain because it can degrade the audio quality just a little bit. But it is useful if you're still getting in that low range when you're talking.
Yeah, and every mic's different too, so you just want to mess around with it. And you can do recordings on OBS. You can start your recording and do test runs and see what it sounds like and play it back for yourself.
Right.
It's really helpful
Yeah, it's
to
good to do that before you
yeah,
go
yeah.
live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your desktop. I mean, that's your input for your own voice. Then we need to add in the input for your desktop to capture whatever game or whatever you're using. So I think that's the audio output capture, yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Right, so when you talk on OBS,
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, so now I'm grabbing my Discord audio or anything that comes onto my computer. So that, let me go to my properties real quick. Oh, no, I have it set. I have all my audio running through my Scarlett. But you can select exactly what you want, whether it's your computer separately.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I run everything to my Scarlett. And you're going to want this to match, like if we use that, you want that to match
Testing,
your audio. So you might have to go to your
testing.
desktop and type in speakers and then change that. Because you see, yours isn't popping up anymore.
Yeah,
But if I change it on my computer, I should still be able to hear you. Can you hear me still?
I can still hear you.
Oh, no, it's not coming through. It's supposed to.
You would have to change the default. Is that what you're changing on your desktop?
Changed it on my desktop, yeah. It didn't do it though. So
Um,
sometimes you're gonna have to check your desktop default audio and make sure it matches the OBS one, right?
mm-hmm. And you do that in the little caret by your clock in the bottom right. Click that little caret pop up, and then click on the audio.
Carrot. It looks like a carrot, the little microphone.
Or, well, if you don't have the microphone visible, the caret brings up the whole
Oh, there's a
menu.
carrot. Oh,
I heard somebody call it a caret. It's an up arrow.
it's an up arrow.
It's
Oh,
an up arrow.
I've never heard it called a carrot before. Oh, okay. Then you go to your audio source.
Yeah,
I learned a new thing.
yeah. That's
Okay.
the easiest way I think to do it, and you can get to your sound properties that way.
Nice. Okay, so you go into your computer separately from OBS. Make sure those match up, and play a YouTube video in the background. Have a friend in chat talking. Whatever you need to do to test that. So I think we have it set up now.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes that needs to be a little lower than your mic volume, but again, each setup's different. But I usually put it a little lower because with streaming, I'm usually playing a video game or something I'm capturing, and not having a person talk. So you can actually separate those two. You can capture your game audio separate from your people talking. and
Yeah.
Adjust those levels. That gets a little bit more complicated, in my opinion. So if you're playing a game and you're not really talking to people, you can turn that down for your audience and make sure your voice is louder than your game. Or if you're talking and using it for Discord capture, keep it probably, you want the levels to be about the same coming in. So you're not too loud over your guest and your guest isn't louder than you.
One thing you need to change is filters for the mic. It looks like it's not attacking quite or fast enough, so go to your noise gate and lower the open threshold like to half of that, maybe.
Open threshold.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
All right.
This-
So
Yeah, now it's attacking quicker.
Uh-huh.
So before it was like grayed out until you had been speaking for like 0.5 seconds or so.
no, okay. I didn't even notice it. So that's good. Okay, so you can lower that and that'll open it a lot quicker when I start talking.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is
Okay.
the basics of setting up your audio and adjusting it. We'll do a little test run, start recording when we add in the video here. So let's add in and show them how to do a screen capture,
Screen capture.
or whichever way you like to do it best. I like to do a desktop display capture usually.
This definitely depends on what you're doing.
Right.
You can dox yourself if you're not careful with display capture.
Right.
So if you're if you know you've got your computer set up right and you know what you're capturing and you're not gonna like throw something up that you're not trying to stream, you can use display capture, and that's gonna capture everything on the monitor that you select.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some options in there. You also, if you're streaming and gaming, you want to use your game capture. The
Mm-hmm.
game capture will have you select the game that you are playing, so it knows what game to capture. And then you also have a window capture where you can just capture one window. You know it's going to be that one window. That's all we're
Mm-hmm.
capturing. Blah, blah blah. There's a lot of little micro settings too, where it's like only capture full screen displays, only capture window displays. It's really customizable.
Let's show them how to use the.
display.
Well, actually, let's show them how to do window capture, because display capture is pretty simple. You just add it and you choose your monitor. So if you have one monitor, it's just that one. Let's do for Discord. So I usually make a pop out, but here it's just the Discord channel that we're in. So let's show them for business purposes. If you're streaming from Discord, you want to go live, we want to have a pop out for the actual Discord call. So go to the Discord call real quick.
Oh, and pop us out.
Yeah, and pop us out and see. Yeah, there we go. So now you have the call popped out.
Oh, I moved it. Oops. Moved the wrong one.
I think you need to close that and re-add it.
Here's the capture.
Yeah, there we go. So it's a pop-out window that's in the bottom right of the Discord call. And then if you go to the window capture properties, you can select that co-working lounge. That is the pop-out. And now it's just that call. So even if BU changes and the window isn't in focus, as long as it's not behind another full screen application, it will capture that window.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you can also in the top right, if you put that on the screen real quick, in the top right of the actual call, the little ... and you can click show non-video participants. And now it'll just show the people who are live and the screens you have up. So I like to do that whenever I'm streaming. Like right now, I have me and BU, and then the screen share that she's showing. So window capture basically just captures the application that you choose, and desktop capture captures whatever you're seeing on that desktop. Game capture is essentially a window capture specifically for, it'll choose a gaming application. So I think it also will do any application that you make full screen that's using your graphics card. I'm pretty sure that's how it chooses it.
Capture any full screen application. Yeah, I don't have a game open, so it's not going to bring any up. Yeah, so I could do capture any full screen application, like you said, which is handy if you play all your games in full screen. I do a lot of windowed games, so I don't use that very much, but that'll definitely help. And I think it'll auto switch to those, which is nice. If you don't have that selected, when you have a game, when you open the game, OBS is going to know you opened a game, and you're going to click on this window, and it's going to say the name of your game, Fortnite or whatever. You'll just click that, and it'll do its job. If you switch games, you need to go back there and switch it again. So that's something you need to do each time if you don't have it set up to do like a full specific window or.
Right, so it's basically the same there, right? But it's going to only choose, I think, things that are categorized as game calculator.exe.
I don't even have a calculator open right now.
That's funny.
So if you're doing some math, teaching some taxes, that might be
Yeah.
useful.
So set it to capture any full screen application. And then, yeah, click OK.
I don't know what any of these settings are, to be honest. Like, you can go in and learn about all this stuff, or maybe you already know if you're a tech person, but I leave everything the way it is, and it seems to work just fine.
Yeah,
if you need to
so...
know more about it, though, there's lots of YouTube videos out there, and you can dig into, like, really detailed information.
And it'll just be invisible until you have a full screen application, and then it'll pop up over top of whatever you're seeing here.
I would open something, but I'm scared I'm gonna mess the stream up. So.
Oh yeah, well, we don't have to worry about that right now. But let's just show them real quick what it looks like to what was that? Wow, I can't remember what I was gonna say here. I literally had an idea a second ago, and I completely forgot about it.
Hopefully, it comes back.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. What was I gonna say? Huh. Okay. Okay, yeah, so different scenes. So these are all the sources you need for a live stream. That's the basics
Without a
of it.
camera. Without a camera.
Oh, true. Yes, we haven't added in a camera yet. So we could add
You
that in, but you're going to lose use cam here cuz it doesn't like
I
it.
might have a second camera. Let's see. Yeah, so I might mess up my camera here, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. So, you don't have to stream with a camera when you're starting out if you don't want to, but I definitely recommend it. It's nice to see people's faces and know who they are and what their actions are like. You don't have to, so if you're nervous, don't worry about it at the beginning. Now your camera is gonna be video capture device. This actually has quite a few different options underneath it. Oh, and like I said, I'm not naming anything, which is a mistake. You should name your sources.
Right.
So your Cam Link, I have a Cam Link, which is this little gadget here. It's designed to plug in an HDMI camera. I have a DSLR setup. But this is going to pick up your USB cameras and all of that. But you're going to get your capture cards under video capture device. Your capture cards for your gaming, if you're capturing an Xbox or something, your Cam Link, which is an Elgato product to capture your camera. But then we have our webcam. The C920 is actually like a $50 camera. It's going to do what you need it to do when you're starting out. It's not going to be the best, but if you have good lighting, it's going to be the quality you need it to be. You can't stream over 720 on Twitch anyway, so it's going to do what you need for the price that's affordable. So I have quite a few cameras in this room because there's two of us that stream here. So we just added our webcam. You can see my mixer board and our extra setups. You can deactivate the camera from here. You can configure the video. It's going to give you more options to change the colors and all that editing. You can put in, sometimes the device doesn't come up in the right size, and like this one's a square right now. You can just go in here and do custom and then get it at 1080 or whatever you need it to be. Or 720 goes.
This is the Logitech C920.
Yes.
Okay. I'll drop it in chat here. A good camera is really important if you do want to do video streaming with your face, which for business purposes, that's important for connecting with your audience, for them to be able to see you. That is kind of the essence of it. If you're doing live streams on Facebook, people want to see you, not just some game. Usually they're there to talk with you, to interact, to engage, also to see cool content, but it's really very personal. So you want to have a camera if possible. You know, like B said, you can go live a few times without a camera till you're comfortable with it. But I would highly recommend getting a quality camera. You can get some for like $50. The one I just posted in chat is $66 on Amazon. But you could probably find it cheaper than that, or a similar one.
That one's been the go-to for a long time. They have some newer models you can look into. I haven't done a bunch of research on the new webcams that are out now. Thanks to the pandemic, we have a lot of options because everyone went and bought a webcam.
Yes.
But yeah, for the longest time, that was the go-to camera. So it's going to do what you need it to do.
Yeah. I got a Razer camera here. Which one is it? It's the, doesn't say on it, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Has a built-in ring light to it.
Does it? I don't think mine does.
No.
I have lighting in my office. I'll show you guys. So I have that lighting there. I have 2-point lighting. You can't see the other one. I'm not gonna mess my camera up anymore. But it is pretty simple lighting. You don't have to get really fancy lighting. You really just want to have two lights, basically from two different angles off to the side. And if you want to diffuse them, I have even taken just a simple lamp and put like a white sheet of paper in front of it or something, or on top of it, to give it a more diffuse look, because you don't want a really sharp light like spotlighting you. You want to have more of like a surrounding light that's washing you. You get better, I don't know, you get better quality, I think, that way, and contrast that way. I don't know, B, what do you have to say about lighting? Because you have some pretty cool lighting setups.
It's very important. I definitely recommend. Oh yeah, you can see my Elgato lights in this light here. I recommend getting decent lighting. One of the little gadgets I got sent recently, I'm a Blue partner, and they send me Logitech stuff because they partnered up with Logitech. They sent me this little guy. It's called a Lytra, and they actually have two different ones out now. They've got this little square, and then they've got a bar one. This is about a $60 light, or maybe $70, somewhere in there. Now it does everything I needed to do for a little light. It does enough.
Mhm.
The key lights are expensive. I don't know if I like my Elgato key lights. There's cheaper ones on Amazon that you can get. The thing I don't like about the Elgato lights is you can't adjust the lighting from the back of the light. It's either on, off, and that's it. You have to adjust everything from an app or your computer. If your Wi-Fi is not working, they get messed up. Like right now, I don't have them connected right, so they're not set up
Hmm.
like they're supposed to be. They're a little bit of a pain in the butt. I like my simple little light, but if you're starting out, just get some lamps that you have in your house. You want to use blue light, like cool lighting, over warm lights. So if you can get LEDs that are bright, um,
Mhm.
and dimmable. You can actually get a dimmer switch and just like a LED light that you can adjust the lighting. And then, like
Yeah.
Sam said, use some paper, whatever you got.
Yeah.
You can go that way, but there's a lot of options now since so many people are streamers. There's little lights you can buy all over the place. Walmart has little ring lights. The little ring light in front of the other setup that you can see on my screen. It's a cheap light from Walmart, and it does the job. So just get something to light your face evenly on both sides. That's what 2-point lighting is good for. If you're trying to build depth in the background with fancy cameras, that's where you're going to work on your backlighting a little bit to create depth. But just get something on your face. If your light's above your camera, you're at least getting some light. But that's going to
Right.
bring out the quality in your camera. So if you have a cheaper camera,
Right.
go hard on the lights.
That's true. Yeah, like that, like B said, it's very important for the quality of the camera because it's hard for it to pick up. If it's dark, you're gonna see it more blocky, pixelated rendering. And if it's nice bright lighting, it's gonna have a much easier time capturing the full quality of that camera. I mean, you can make a 720 camera look like a 1080 camera, and there's 1080 cameras with poor lighting that look like they're 240 or something. It's just, it's funny.
Yeah, so your lighting's going to make a huge difference with the quality.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely pay attention to that. But yeah, basically when you set them up, if you look at your face on the camera, you can almost see where the one side's not lit enough. Like, it's hard to tell because I've got black and white. If you can't get lighting right, go black and white with your quality of your video. Sorry about my camera being messed up. It's hard to show it. But you'll notice like one side of your face isn't as lit. And then you just
Right.
want to brighten that light up on that side to get it even. Your face should be evenly lit on both sides. That's
Mm-hmm.
the dumbed down version of it for lighting. Just get it even on both sides. But there's
Even
lots
on
of
both
videos.
sides.
There's lots of videos on how to set that up and be more in depth and detailed with it.
Yeah, BU and I are actually planning out. Well, it's not really confirmed, but some videos, tutorials walking through this in much more depth. So this is just a basic overview of how to set up your OBS and your stream, but we will get into more detail in that. So stay tuned.
So we've got one scene set up, right? This is like, we're good to go live right now, right? Basically. Well, we haven't inputted our stream keys and stuff, but we've got our audio, our video, what we're capturing on our displays, whether it's game or otherwise, and our desktop audio. That's your basic, like, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really great to have other scenes. And what do we do with those other scenes, Sam?
Well, we need a starting and ending scene, preferably. And if you're switching between yourself being the full camera and your game being the full camera, it's good to have two scenes for that, so you don't have to move stuff around while you're live. But yes, a starting scene especially, so that when you go live, you don't instantly start with your face. You can start with something like the Amaru starting soon right there.
So I got it right now.
Yeah.
For these starting soon and ending soon screens, I definitely recommend going on Stream Elements. It's a free source that you can get starting soon and ending soon screens. I think I can switch over to my actual. Can I switch over to this? Notice that it's untitled. My main scene is untitled.
Your main scene. Oh, B.
That's how bad I am.
Title it.
I should title it right now. Here's a cute little example of one of the little scenes you can pick up some Stream Elements. They have hundreds of free ones. All you do is you input a browser source. So we didn't go over adding browser sources, but browser sources let you input the web link to what you want. So this scene here is just a just one little link. that I picked up off of Stream Elements.
I can show them real quick if you want me to. The Stream Elements overlays.
Okay.
So here's Stream Elements. It's a really great resource, free. I'm showing it on my desktop.
I can't see your shared screen.
I think you got to click on my name in the little top right. There's a little like participant button, and then if you click on my name in there, it'll pull up my stream.
Watch stream, I guess. Okay, now I can see.
Yeah. So BU pulled hers from here. So what you do is you would go to the overlay gallery, you know, search for what you want. They have a ton of them. The animated ones are really cool. I'd say animated is best. And then once you pick it, it'll pop up in your overlays as different scenes. So it doesn't really show all of it, but this one I think is the starting, obviously starting, paused, ending. Let me just show you what this looks like. So you go to edit. If you want to change anything, you can see it automatically has a cool little animation here. And if I preview it, it'll give me that export link. And that's the link that BU put in. If you open up that browser source again, we can show people exactly where to put that in. Yeah, so you would just copy the URL, put it there, and
then set the size.
To 1920 by 1080.
Unless you're doing 720, obviously.
Yeah, unless you're doing a different resolution.
Right. And then it'll make it that size. I don't
Yeah.
have the link, but and then it'll be good to go. Like you're good to go.
Here's the link if you want to just drop it in there and show people, since we're tag teaming this. So you'd export the overlay here once you've edited it, if you need to edit it. edited it. Once you've edited it enough. I'm gonna hurt myself here.
Edited the edited versions of the edited.
There we go. We got some serious streamception going on now. Let me stop sharing my screen. So you've got that overlay link. You've edited it a little bit. You put it in the browser source. Boom. Now you've got a scene with your starting soon, and you would just transition to that when you're ready to go live, and then switch over to your other scene when you actually do go live. Yeah.
Yep. And this would have my camera in it. And Sam was saying you also have a scene where you have a smaller camera, and then you're displaying what you're trying to share with your audience. And I have a game scene because I usually do that for gaming. And then I've got my display capture on, so it looks weird. So you're going to have a little box with your camera in it, and then the full screen application is going to show right here behind it. And that's all here in the sources, so we can turn on our, I don't have it, but you turn it on, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
The camera's not going to work.
Right. But all that you get from the OBS and from the Stream Elements. You know, you get a live scene. It'll have the camera box in there, and it'll be a transparent overlay. So when you add it as a browser source, for BUs, like, do you have a browser source there for your overlay?
Yeah, which one is it? See, I don't name everything right, and then that's why I can't find anything.
And it'll be a layer. So the way that OBS works is you've got the layers. If I'm pointing to that scene, and it's transparent. So you want to put your camera underneath that layer, literally just below it.
I can show you how to do that with this one. So we're gonna shrink this guy.
Perfect.
So everything has like little shrinky things. You can change the size of things. All right, so it's layered. So you want to make sure it's under the right layer. So we're gonna make it like the size of the box, and then it's just layered here in the chat, in the source box. So you're just gonna make sure that's underneath the game overlay. And then,
perfect. Yeah, so
now when I turn on the display capture, it's underneath it. And it's not over the camera. So you want to make sure the display capture is underneath everything else.
Right. So if you move that above it, it's going to block everything, and it's going to be front and center. So it's important to remember that layering effect in the scenes, in the sources. Your scenes, it doesn't matter the order. You're just going to switch between them. But the sources do matter what the order is. And then for your starting source, for the Be Right Back and starting source, you also need to make sure your audio isn't still playing.
Mm-hmm. Let's go over that. We'll show you how to do it right now because mine are playing. You can see here. So you want these muted, right? Because you're usually stepping away. People don't need to hear you go into the bathroom. You've got people show up at your house. You got to mute it, right? Or you're starting soon. You don't want people listening to you type while you're getting ready. So how do we turn them off for a specific scene and not off completely?
Is that a question for me? I can answer that.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So what you want to do is add them as individual sources and not as global audio. So if you go to your settings real quick, your file settings
So we go to my audio here, and yeah, I've got global audio. So it's going to go across everything I have.
Right.
Which I should change.
So no matter what you change to, it's going to show up. So set that to disabled. In the auxiliary. There you go. So now, yeah, so now every scene, like Be Right Back, is not going to have it. But if you go to that live scene we just did, it does have that because we inputted them as sources. So when you switch to that scene, you might need to change them now.
I went and changed us from the Amaru set to my set, so I'll have to add
right.
So again, we'll go to audio input capture like we did earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put, this is my Yeti mic so that I know, again, label everything because otherwise it looks like this. Input audio capture 2. And you got to remember, and that's hard work for your brain when there's so many settings.
This is true. It can get very confusing with sources, especially if you start adding animations and stuff. But you can see that Yeti mic is now active on this scene because it's in the sources. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it's not doing my left-right audio. I have to figure that out. But yeah, so now it's a source, but now when we go back to starting soon, it's gone. It's muted.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear me.
Exactly.
Oh, now everybody can hear me again. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes your transitions really nice. And with the scene changes, if you all want to get fancy, that's what the Stream Deck's for. My Stream Deck's not even working right now. Like, it's off. I'm so mad at this thing. You can use hotkeys or Stream Decks and stuff to also switch between your scenes if you want to make it even more efficient and easy to use. I pretty much click through them when I need to change things, but
yeah, same here. I change my scenes so often that it would just end up being more of a pain. I'd end up switching to the wrong scene. I feel like if you're really consistently streaming like every day or several times a week and you're doing the same thing, it can be very helpful to have even like Control 1, Control 2 or something switch between these scenes. So if you need to go to the bathroom or something, you just press that, or you need to take a call or something, switch to a BRB. And this is where Stream Elements is very useful because you can get all of those types of scenes, BRB, starting, ending, intermission, whatever you want, and just switch to those scenes without the audio to pause your content.
Yeah. And you can customize these if you want to. I love that Stream Elements makes this so easy because when I started out streaming, we didn't have this stuff. You would have to do like a background and then overlay some text on it. And like, oh my gosh, if you wanted it animated, like you better be hiring somebody.
Yeah. Or you better know how to program or something.
Right. So now it's just grab a link and input it. It's so nice.
So easy.
And you can, just polish these as you go, figure out what your style is. And then if you want to go hire an artist or something later to really make it custom to you, do that. But this simplifies it really nicely. And I'd keep these simple. I feel like mine, I change mine a lot. I feel like, oh, this is too busy. I'm going to tone it back. I want to just do a full camera scene or whatever. You don't need all the fancy overlays unless you want them. But having a starting soon, a basic starting soon, BRB ending scene is really good idea to have.
Yeah.
The good thing about them being animated, people know it's live and not frozen. If you don't have some sort of motion or sound or something happening, it's not going to keep people's interest at all, and they're just going to be like, "Oh, she's not live yet. I'm leaving." How long is this live? How long has this starting soon screen been here? Timers can be really helpful if you know how long your starting soon scene is.
Yeah.
That way people know, like, am I going to be here 5 minutes or 15 minutes? We don't know.
Yeah. Again, don't try to make all this yourself. Find free stuff online. You can ask us. There's also a content creation channel in Triba where you can check out and ask questions. You can tag B or I, and we'll try to help you answer that. This is just really the basics of setting up your OBS. Like B said, you don't need to get fancy. You need audio, you need video, and you need some scenes set up so that you can transition. Very important just to be making quality content for your audience.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn. So just do what you can when you're starting out, and then as you kind of get everything down, then you can like really dig into how do I make the audio sound good. Really dig into getting your camera quality down, but getting just the basics to go live so you can start practicing and getting involved go ahead and just get your foot in there
Mhm.
and try it out. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. If Go live, just go live and you'll figure it out as you go. It's not gonna You have some bad streams, it's not gonna ruin your stream career. I promise. I've had a million bad streams
Yeah.
and I get
Same.
better as I go. So no one's gonna like decide not to enjoy your content like just because you had a bad starting screen or something. But yeah,
It
it'll
takes
grow as you
5 to
go.
10 hours to even really get comfortable live streaming. I feel like that's just,
Mhm.
to the point where you don't feel nervous and jittery every time you go live. And takes us all that long to get to that point. So, I mean, BU and I have both streamed hundreds and hundreds of hours. And we still get nervous before big streams and stuff, especially when we know there's going to be specific topics and content. But if you're just doing like some gameplay or streaming a podcast, which I think is a great idea if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing podcast marketing, streaming that podcast is an easy way to both capture it live because you can hit that record button or you can download it from Twitch. And you're also getting the opportunity to talk with people, ask questions, engage with your live audience. Not saying anyone will be there. They don't even have to be there. But then it's on the cloud. Then it's already published. You can export it to YouTube from Twitch. You could download that video and make it into audio, put it on Anchor, put it out as a podcast. Super simple. I don't know why people are still going through so much trouble to make, their content when there's easy ways to do it like this that streamers have been using for years and years. So we're learning from B, we're learning from the progress that gaming has given us, all of these cool animated tools that simplify it. Seriously, it was way harder 5-10 years ago. Way harder.
Yeah, now's a great time to get in. And I'm
Yes.
learning so many, like, because I've been in it for so long, but then I didn't brush up my skills for a period of time. I'm learning so much from Sam on like content creation pipelines, and yeah, how do you get the most out of what you're doing? Because before live streams, you're live, and then you're not live, and then nothing matters anymore other than when you're live. Like that's the only time anything matters. Nothing else is thereafter. No one really watches live streams later. So now it's like, oh, all that time I spent in my live stream, I can clip it, I can add it to TikTok, I can make a YouTube video with it. Twitch has a lot of tools that make that easy, like highlighting videos, editing.
Yeah.
Some of that's built into Twitch, but the clips are great.
Yes.
And yeah, just reusing that content and getting the most out of it. It saves you so much time. So I'm learning a lot. It's been great.
I'm learning a ton from BU as well. I think that's the essence of Triba is collaboration, sharing our knowledge, the little bits that we have, and helping each other. And, making content isn't always easy. If you're trying to make specifically short form content, that can take a lot of brain power and time and effort just to try to come up with the idea. But if you focus on, hey, how do I make an engaging, interesting discussion that somebody would watch live if they knew about it? Maybe you don't have huge marketing exposure. You can make those live streams, take the clips from it, and then put it out there in places people are watching small form, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And there's so much AI available too. I mean, there's actually
they've got clip
software.
editors.
Yeah, there's a clip editor that'll, Streamladders is great, but there's also another one I think BU showed me before that actually automatically goes through your stream and finds the best moments for you. So you can mess around with those. I don't remember the name of the software.
Yeah, that one was like Combo. It sounds
Combo.
like Combo.
Join Combo. Join Combo, I think.
Yeah, Join Combo. There it is.
Cool. Let me. Are you
I can
dropping the
grab it.
link? Okay.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
Yeah, so you would just sign in with your Twitch, and it'll pull in the stuff from that stream. I haven't really tried it a lot. Have you tried it, B?
Yeah, I actually like this one better than Streamladder.
Oh.
It had a couple more free features that Streamladders made you pay for.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a really nice video editor, and like you can see here where it kind of breaks it down.
Yeah.
Where you can add words and stuff.
Mhm.
But either one, Streamladders is great too. So like try them both out. They both have free versions and paid versions. But this one has the AI clip maker. So I don't know if you like
Right.
hit the clip and then it just adds what you need to it.
I think it
But-
finds I think it like looks at the audio and gameplay and stuff like that to choose where to clip, but it also imports my clips from Twitch. So I'm just looking at mine here.
Yeah, imports all of them.
Discord's being really laggy right now, but you can see here from our last streams, we have a ton of clips, a lot of Tabalo and Garrett, and then Liam doing social media stuff, all of which are events y'all should check out and attend in the events tab. But we are constantly making this content, and then I'll show you where we're putting it. So we go over here, and you can see on our TikTok, we have clips. There's a lot of BU. There's some of me, some of Tabalo, some of John.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at all those cool people.
Yeah. So these are getting additional views aside from our live stream. You know, a couple hundred views here and there. And that's helping our exposure grow. Like, we just started really doing this a month or two ago. You know, we got up to 31 followers. We're not really pushing that, but it's, even if you don't have a big follower base, you're still getting, we're usually getting more views than we have followers. So it's a pretty awesome way.
Yeah, when you're starting out, you know, don't let the numbers discourage you. Keep trying and putting things out there. And you can see where Triba was experimenting with, like, here's like person's face talking, here's like a motivational, like, business TikTok. Just keep throwing pasta at the wall until stuff sticks, and then dig into those further. Because you don't know what works until you try. So don't sit around waiting for a perfect moment for stuff to happen. You just need to go in and do it and make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got my screen capturing me streaming.
Iterate as you go.
Twitch here has your video producer, so it's really easy to kind of, I don't even know what's in these, but it's probably just me talking. You can come in here and download it, export it. You can add it to playlists. You can unpublish them. Highlighting lets you edit down to the important moments. You can choose your thumbnails. Like, it makes it real easy. You just set all this stuff up and then export it to YouTube. The highlight reel.
I actually have been using these tools a lot to make content, so I can get into more of this next time. Next time we'll talk about, like, what happens after when you hit that go live button. You know, what do I title, tag, and hit that go live. And that will kind of tie back into when you're creating clips, titling them, and capturing the best moments and highlighting it. Because I'll highlight the whole video, and that actually saves it to Twitch permanently. It's kind of a workaround to their limited storage, because they won't store your video for a long time unless you set that. There's a whole bunch of stuff with going live that we'll talk about next time too.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good to know. I was noticing on Yeadon Atlas's page, it's like, oh, there's some clips here, so they've streamed before. But then there was no past streams, and I'm like, you also need to make sure you do turn on Save Past Broadcast.
That's true. I was thinking the same thing. Can you show us real quick where to go to do that? I think settings.
Somewhere.
I think it's in settings.
Content? No.
Stream.
Stream
I think.
Yes.
Store past broadcast. There you go.
There it is. Okay, so settings, stream. This is the video creator dashboard too. So there's like 4 settings you have to go into. But settings, stream, VOD settings.
Okay, next time we'll talk more about the stream settings so that you can go live and start putting that awesome content out there. But in the meantime, everybody who's watching, you want to do some content creation, go follow these steps, watch the VOD, and set up your scenes. You're starting soon, and your live scene at the very minimum. Put your camera, put your mic in there, put your desktop capture, and pull a screen or pull a link from Stream Elements and get your overlays set up. Those are the main things to starting off the content creation. You can see BU here just throwing in the Discord window capture, and then she'll move it below the...
Yeah, I would drop it down. Let's see.
Drop it below the game or the...
Where is it? Oh,
you have so many.
I know. I gotta clean stuff up. Main overlay.
Yeah.
And then I can make that bigger.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of hotkeys or like shortcut keys in OBS to learn, but Control F is my favorite one. Control F makes everything full screen. So if you're adding a source that needs to be full screen, Control F makes that really easy. But
yeah, see, I learned stuff too.
Oh man, there's another tip that I had. You can crop images by holding Alt and
yes, yeah.
But this setting's not automatically on. That one's...
Oh, really?
You gotta go somewhere and turn it on if it gets turned... Mine got turned off, and I'm like, I can't fix my scenes anymore. I forget where it is, though, but there's a setting to control that. Maybe it's a transform button.
All your transforms... Oh, you don't actually have something selected, I think.
Oh, maybe that's what I need. But, yeah, there's something about that key that gets changed. But there's a lot of fun stuff like that.
And that's also individual, too. So if you were to like duplicate that window capture and then crop the other one, it would only crop that one. It's not going to crop every window capture of that. So that's nice for like if you have 4 cameras, you can actually crop it in on each camera and have 4 different window captures that are the same window and have 4 cameras in different spots. Like I think I actually have a Triba one I'll just switch to. It's probably not going to set, it's not set up right, but I thought I did. Might be on my other one. Anyways, that just a heads up. Like it won't do it for everyone, but you should be cropping out or cropping it to fit if you need to. I think that's the basics for today.
Basics,
yeah.
Because otherwise we'll start getting into some more in-depth stuff like transitions and extra fluff that you can add to make your stream fun. And then we haven't even talked about like the custom OBS's that you can get.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a Twitch integration, or they're called docks, I guess. There's a bunch of docks you can add from Streamlabs, StreamElements, Twitch. There's all kinds of different ones to add a bunch of tools so you can see what your viewer counts are. I can run ads, I can clip, I can mark specific areas I want to come back to, update your stream information, all that right from OBS. You don't have to like update it on a Twitch browser and then go into your OBS. It can all be done in OBS when it opens up right now.
And you can see your chat and everything. There you go. You can change your title. It's very, very helpful. You used to have to log into your Twitch and go to the creator dashboard just to do any of this. Now you can set up Restream and just click go live. For me, it pops up with like, hey, describe your scene, describe your live stream, and then it'll update that on YouTube and everywhere else too. So we'll get more into that. We got lots of awesome topics to cover in this series. Make sure you click on that event for next week here and join us for another workshop on Monday. Every Monday at 12, we're doing this workshop, and we'll be making some additional content for you guys to digest and set up your stream in the future. If you have questions, make sure you tag us. I'll put that event here in the co-working lounge, and thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you so much. That was really fun. I hope some people got some information they needed out of it. And like Sam said, we are more than happy to help you on your way to get started streaming.
For sure, for sure. I love helping new streamers get going, and I know BU does too. So that's why we wanted to put on this workshop. So we'd love to hear from you if you're trying to accomplish a mission or vision with your streaming. We also can talk to you about branding and some more of the business preparation side, so that you're set up to work with brands and work with companies to promote their products that you like and make some money streaming.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all for today. We'll catch you next time. Any questions?
No,
all right.
Not really. I just enjoy your content.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here and listening today. That was good. That was a good one. I think we're getting better at it.
Yes. I think we
you're
are
doing
too.
great.
All right, guys.
Great. Very good.
We'll see you next week. I'm going to end the stream here. Make sure you check out the Discord, discord.gg/Triba. Bye-bye.